How shall I send thee? I shall send thee one by one. One was a little bitty baby, wrapped in swaddled clothing, lying in a manger. He was born in Bethlehem. Greetings. Greetings. The Lord has blessed me. And greetings. How are y'all doing for the discussions? The shoulder shakes. You ever seen Chat is last but not come on? I'm over here looking like, let me show y'all who I'm doing. How are y'all? Child, I got to put those glasses on. I know the fuck you lying. God, dog, that was Tammy Faye before she died. That bitch looked up. Oh, God. Oh, she was already dead. Let's see. This bitch was forever crying. Greetings.
Baker reportedly raised $4 million to buy Bibles for China. Those Bibles, however, were never received. Baker told Entertainment Tonight that, to the best of his knowledge...
Yeah, bring on the tears.
We have to play the part of Jessica Hahn. Hey, if you guys do that on the air, you're good. The Bakers had given us complete access to their home, and the only condition was that we not bring up the subject of Jessica Hahn. In the meantime, Tammy Faye's plans could involve a home shopping television. Was night. I didn't just go there. But I went down to Johnny's house and I wrote him a little note and gave it to the guard and I said, "Hi."
Greetings, y'all.
She's great. Script for the entire.
I got to find it. Where is it? I gotta find her crying. I mean, because the makeup. Oh no. I'm gonna play that again. Where is the full cry at?
This is what Jim Baker had to say on Nightline.
He got shit to say because he's a liar and a thief.
They came here with the motive to steal Heritage USA in my ministry. I'm convinced of that, yes.
This is what Jerry Falwell had to say at a news conference today.
He needs to come clean.
Has $90 to $100 million on the plus side. There's a lot of money there.
What are you saying, Chad? I don't understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that the money went into a lot of buildings.
The buildings and and the paper, our airtime, and the light bill and the water and all to pay our employees.
And your bonuses and your salaries and the bonuses of for example, David Taggart. What does he do for you? I mean, what
these figures?
Come on in with the tears. Listen, this bitch cries so much. I can't believe I can't find hardly none. She crying. It's just the makeup ain't running.
Out there right now. watching this program, as millions of people are, and you were a prayer partner who had coughed up a difficult $5, $20, $50 at some point. Would you feel comforted seeing Tammy Faye Bakker sitting there saying, "I don't know how much money I made, it's just money," you know?
Ted, that's our problem. That's our failure. Tammy and I were interested and
Bring on the tears, bitch.
And sex for Jessica. And
relationship.
I mean, you heard Jerry Falwell.
Many others. We've been having a hard time. Oh, this almost.
Listen, these people are fucking psychos.
We're having thousands and thousands and thousands.
The tears is coming, but there's no makeup. I need the running of the makeup.
Tell us what went on. And
y'all, look at her right here, child. This is.
Harper. She was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer and made the save just in time. I got you. Today, Harper.
One more email from James in Houston, Texas. What's your favorite Bible verse for gaining peace and getting through hard times?
My favorite one is
Romans 8:28.
Romans 8:28. For we know that all things work together for good to those that love God and those
that bitch had one foot, a half a foot, and a pinky toe in the deathbed, bitch. Listen, I can't. She used to have so many videos crying with all this goddamn mascara running everywhere. And that's what I was trying to find. I mean, god damn it. I mean, what a mess. But I love the Lord. Oh my God. I wonder if she, oh gosh, not this motherfucker. I'm about to show y'all this one video. And then we're going to get started with the Bible's discussions. That bitch died a horrible death. Because she was nasty, evil, and really, really, they was cheating and scheming and scamming. Cheating and scheming and scamming. Look at this one. Look at this motherfucker. He probably had children's assholes all on his lips. I mean. So I showed this to Maya earlier, child. This was so fucking funny.
the renewed mind is the key to the power that we need. The world is gonna see that it's Christ in me. The renewed mind is the key to the power that we need. It's the only way to be strong in victory. God has clothed us with his righteousness and power, and we live for him in our daytime and hour. We can stand upon the greatness of his word and proclaim the truth. We're gonna make it heard. We've got all the potential power God could ever give. Now we stand upon our legal rights and boldly make them live. The renewed mind is the key to the power that we need. The world is gonna see that it's Christ in me. The renewed mind is the key to the power that we need. It's the only way to be strong in victory. We can claim the rights that God gave you and me. We can live above all principality.
He done sucked 7 dicks before he came out here.
Giving us the strength to conquer and to win. We've got all the enablement His love and grace provides. Now we put that truth within our hearts and walk with all God's might.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, they're so talented for sweet baby Jesus. Please donate $500,000 as soon as possible. Listen, I can't stand these motherfuckers. I keep feel like my last coming on. Oh my God, they had the routine. Knock it off. What are y'all doing? Malika, you know you wanted this same routine. You're going to practice this later, Malika. We know for sure upon it. You know it took months for them to get that motherfucker to going. I mean, they probably had on sweatbands and workout outfits and shit, leotards. This is probably how they look. No, you just hold a goddamn minute. This was probably them. Hold on. This is how the fuck, because they had a whole dance routine. I mean, they had to practice. What's wrong with this line? My tooth hurts so bad. I have a dentist appointment at 10 a.m. I want it out my mouth. Hurt.
S.C. Johnson.
This is probably how the fuck they look, y'all.
I'm Kathy Smith.
Stop, YouTube. Yeah.
One that's surprisingly comfortable. In this program, the music, beats, and moves are all specially designed to keep you in this low-intensity target range because that keeps you in a fat-burning state. Secondly, time is on your side in glycogen. A greater
This bitch better get to
when
moving.
continuous movement is.
Y'all ready? This is how they was looking. I mean, I keep doing like this, kind of push it. Oh God, it hurt.
You got it. Let's start nice and easy. Side to side. One last time. Now just side to side. Here
This is
you
them
go.
when they work
Side.
out. You know it is.
Another set.
I mean, the 80s
That's
loved that
5,
haircut, didn't
6, 7. Now bigger arms. Take them out. Nice and wide. Reach with those arms. Straight arms.
they? You know that's how they look during they rehearsal.
Another set. Reach.
You know it was.
You have to bend and straight now.
Come on. This is one of my favorites, bro. This is one of my favorites. I'm not lying. I'd be hollering every time I see this shit. Watch the black guys, bro. I'll be screaming. Yeah. 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 Look at him. He cracks me up. Who the fuck? Oh, that's Toddy. God damn it, Toddy. We're laughing at genomes. Hey, girl.
I'm home.
Okay. We was laughing at genomes on the live.
You want to laugh?
Yes, girl.
That was a little bottle.
I mean, it kind of looked bald, but it also looked like it could be gray hairs.
do? Who knows?
I don't know, Toddy. What'd she say?
Huh?
Say hi to the live, Toddy.
Okay. I'm breaking up.
I said hi to the say hi to the live.
Hi, live. They can hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, live. Hey, y'all.
They said
It's me.
they know they was looking at it and they said, incoming call from Toddy. They said, hi Toddy, hi sexy mama, hi Toddy, hey Toddy, greetings family. Hey sweet thing.
Hey, sweetheart.
You had a good day at work?
I did. It was cool.
All right. Well, gratitude for calling me. We about to get Bible study going.
Okay. Have a good Bible study.
Hey. Shit, what song is it? Never mind. I'm gonna do it one time. I just told again, I said, no matter what song I start singing, if I start singing, Toddy's gonna sing. I'm gonna do it one time for y'all. Y'all gonna see that shit. Y'all see when Mike got up to sing, Toddy got up on stage and was singing her heart out.
Okay.
Period. No, I love you.
Love you too.
I know you probably won't be sleep quick, so after this, I'll just call you back or text you.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Okay, love you too.
All right, peace. Okay, let's go. This is one of my favorite things to see, man. Look at him. Look at him, bro. She almost fell into it. Listen, I got one more thing I'm gonna show y'all. I don't give a fuck what you detect, bitch. This is hilarious. This is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. Wait, I'm gonna get to it. I have ever seen in my motherfucking life, bro. The first time I ever seen this shit, I was laughing so hard I could not stop laughing. I almost pissed on myself. Please brace yourself. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Today on Potluck, we're in luck.
Act 1, 7.
Dancer Todd Rickson is making his television debut. Wanting to look good, he's pulled his favorite shirt out of mothballs. Too bad the moths got to it first.
It was a pretty sexy outfit.
All right, Todd Rickson, act number 6.
Todd takes the stage, ready to become a star. He begins with a moonwalk. Good choice, never seen that before. Then he follows it with a nice spin move, trying to dry off his flop sweat into the mandatory bump and grind. Followed by some more spins, then some classic disco steps. He's right up to date here. Todd's really winning him over. Couple of big kicks. The pants are holding up just fine. And now for his big finish. Todd kicks himself in the head. But these moves aren't part of the act. Much to Todd's and the audience's
This nigga kicked himself in the air, bro, and pulled the hamstring. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Yo, he was dazed, bro. He was dazed. That nigga kicked himself. Oh, God. That nigga kicked himself so hard in the motherfucking head, bro. He was dazed. He couldn't stand up. He didn't put the hamstring. Seriously. Oh, my God. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, God. Okay, wait. Oh, God. Wait. Okay. 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 Oh, my lash is gonna come out. Wait a minute. Oh, God. Use it again. Oh, my God.
Couple of big kicks. The pants are holding up just fine.
Oh,
And now for his
God.
big finish. Dark kicks. Himself in the The stunt dancer tries to continue. But these moves aren't part of the act. Much to Todd's and the audience's relief, the host stops the show.
Oh, he's done a hamstring. You're out. Never mind, mate. Well, I think we'll just take a commercial break. I think we'll be back after that break.
Okay. Okay, wait. But the sound, that nigga kicked himself so hard, he said, and the back of his thigh hurt like a motherfucker. Wait. Oh, God, my legs. Oh, God, wait. That nigga kicked himself so hard, he pulled the hamstring, bro. Wait. He was dazed. Okay, stop. Stop. Yo, me and my cousin rewind this motherfucker about 15 times, bro. Oh, God. Oh, that was hilarious. I mean, that nigga was dazed, bro. He was dizzy and confused. Oh, my God. Okay, stop. Okay, I should have showed y'all this shit. Because I just got over weak, bro. That's one of my favorite videos in the whole fucking world. Decades later, it's still funny as fuck, bro. Oh, my God. Yo. I swear it. It's one of the funniest shits I've ever seen in my life. Yo. Let me calm myself. Hold on. She says he can't stop laughing. Listen, if you want to find it, it's dancing guy kicks himself in the face. I swear. He was confused, like what the fuck just happened. Okay. I ain't fucking with y'all, bro. One of the funniest videos. I'm gonna check it after this, B-Dub. That shit is funny. It's on a dancing guy kicks himself in the face. It was the for me. Okay. Let me look. I can't even see nothing. My damn lashes is wet. They fucking around about to come off. Oh, I'm pissed. Oh, God. I shouldn't have showed y'all that. Okay. Okay. I mean, what is it? ZT, let me tell you something. Listen, don't. Listen, are you trying to. You fucking with me, bro? Huh? ZT. Let me tell you something. First of all, nobody should be in my chat asking for nothing. Okay? You keep displaying a whole fucking bazzy to me. Because you got no chill, bro. That's why I can't fuck with you. Because you got no chill. All you do is display bazzy over and over and over again, bro. I've had it. Knock it the fucking fuck off, bro. If she didn't ask, then you shouldn't be in my fucking chat trying to be seen. Knock it the fuck off, acting like Bassy. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's why I can't fuck with you, bro, because you got no chill. And I keep saying that to you. Be gone, Zixie. Yo, that video was the funniest, bro. Nah, it ain't your motherfucking fault. You know what you're doing. Get the fuck out of my chat. Goodbye. You don't send me shit. Okay. You trying to help? Or be seen? Huh? Motherfuckers don't have chill, bro. Anybody got no chill, bro? Motherfuckers don't know how to chill. Gotta be seen. Like last night, gotta be seen, right? I know it's true. I know it's the fuck true. You ain't got no chill. All right. We we in Daniel, I think. I'm in Daniel, but I need to see. Because I was gonna do Revelations 12. Because there's a lot in there that I wanted to to look up and look at. But I came across this because I was looking when I was in Revelations 12. I made it all the way to Revelations 13, right? When I got there to 13 and 2, I saw that it was damn near the same as Daniel 7. You know. Negative entities lurking. Me? I got a song. You said, who got a song for everything? Me? Motherfucker act just like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I will not be bothered with it. You gonna make me put you on the motherfucking spot, on the motherfucking block. Ain't got no motherfucking chill, bro. Probably because you 33. That's got to be what it is. Because you got me fucked up. And do. So that you need to be seen and do. Like last night and do. I ain't even did nothing. I don't give a fuck if you did. Acting the fuck out of crazy constantly, bro. Anyway. That shit was funny. Okay. Let me see if I can get these. If you're 33, I hope you ain't acting the fuck out of crazy like that. I'm just trying to understand what the offer was about. Just had this conversation with the fuck you. What you sending me some money from somebody else for? First of all, anybody in my chat supposed to be doing it. I'm trying to figure it out. Just had this conversation because you want to be seen. You so motherfucking mad that I done told you I'ma back the fuck off of it. So now you in your fucking feelings and you keep doing everything to be fucking seen. Now I see you. Now everybody's fucking see you. Would you text me? Friend? We ain't even that. But you don't get that shit. Was trying to be friends. To see what the fuck else. But you act like Bazzy. You ain't got no fucking chill, bro. You got me fucked up. Now you got me fucked up. Take it somewhere else. I'm a grown-ass woman. Fuck is wrong with you, bro? Been irritating my spirit. Keep coming back with the same shit like you don't fucking get it. You don't get it? Yo, I'm vexed now. You should have been in this motherfucker laughing like everybody else, bro. But you ain't got no fucking chill. That's that Bazzy spirit. The fuck out of here, bro. That vexed me so fucking badly. You wanted to be seen so fucking bad last night. Why? Knock it the fuck off, bro. If you got a Bible, we in Daniel. We having a great time laughing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ain't got no chill, bro. Like my mind, I can't even function right now because I really want to put you out. Because you want to be seen. You're not making me jealous. You pissing me off. Because you ain't got no chill. I don't even give a fuck. That's what's making me mad. Is that I'm watching you think you doing something. I don't even give a fuck. It's the fact that you won't fucking chill. It's irritating my soul. I don't give a fuck what you do, who you pull up on, what money you give. I done told you that. It don't fucking move me. You calling me friend don't fucking move me. Because you not my motherfucking friend. You vex me so fucking quickly. It's the attention seeking for me. Because that's that spirit I don't like. You got a spirit on you that I don't like. That's why I don't fuck with studs. I'm so irritated, bro. Like, I held my tongue last night because you needed to be fucking seen. I ain't even do nothing. That's that bassy shit, bro. You need to be seen. Turn on the live. Let me see. Why you got me on live? Type shit. You keep talking about you've been following me since Carlos and then ask me what happened with my last relationship. Why ain't in a relationship? I keep telling you, you move like a op. You don't fucking get it. Leave me be. Don't call me. Don't text me. I didn't blow nothing. You blew it. I don't even fuck with studs, but I was willing. So since you ain't got no fucking chill, bro, I'm cool. Period. I don't need a date. I don't need a gift. I don't need you to get my nails or my feet done. And I told you that. It's not even nothing you can bring to me but a chill, cool personality, and you couldn't do that. So now leave me the fuck be. Turn your Bibles, if you have it, to Daniel 7. I believe that's where we're going to begin. That's what it looks like. I was trying to see if it was talking about, because it talked about him being in a lion's den, but it also talked about him being pale and whatnot. Hold on. Gratitude. All right. All right. Y'all got your Bibles. Wait, it says in a lion's den, Yehuda whoops some pale ass police. Period. So I was trying to see because I want to see that one comment, but it don't matter. That's fine. So anyway, Daniel 7, in the first year of Belshazzar. Belshazzar is somebody that they mention. You say you be nosy? What happened? What, in the lip reading? That's why I put the camera down. And period. So Daniel 7, Belshazzar is they have a character of him that's in the other lips. You was reading those lips, Malika. Yes, there's a on Charmed and on Supernatural. That's what I was getting to. Gratitude, my hand. It's on Charmed and Supernatural. Y'all was so buying. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream, and his visions upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sons of the matter. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion. I think we talked about this the other day. You love supernatural. And this is my personal Bible, so I can write all up and through it. Okay. One was like a lion, say Balthasar. Okay. Balthasar. And a damn and charmed, half human, half demon. Yeah, because he's the one that Cole turns into, right? He's what's her Alyssa Milano's character. That's which one? Cole. Daddy! No way. And I love that show. And I didn't see that. I stopped watching it at some point. Yes. Yes. Mike said he turned out to be the source. Yeah, Cole. He turned back and forth. And he was the one demon. Now let me explain. Because if you do anybody know who Credo Motua is? Credo Motua is a Zulu shaman. And he had did an interview, several interviews actually, with David Icke. And in that he talks about this character from Star Wars. So let's go into it really quickly. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is from Star Wars. And this is what Credo Motua describes. And I'm going to go ahead and find it and go to it. But now I'm going to show you the one from Charmed. They favor. He just don't have, he doesn't have the spikes, right? Similar. He just doesn't have the spikes. So now I'm going to see if I can find it. And if you want to look up Credo Motua, it's CREDO. Motua is MUTWA. He said that they gave his wife cancer. He said they made him sick as well. Oh shit. No, diamond. Let's see. This smells so good. Let's see if this is it.
For as long as I can remember, I've had an interest in what some people condescendingly term conspiracy theory. You see, I was born to David Icke, Britain's lead.
If he needs, the lion sleeps no more. And I asked my great friend, an artist called Neil Haig, to paint this picture for me with particularly those eyes. And that's humanity saying, no more, enough, no more little me, we're not having it anymore.
In 1991, David Icke didn't believe in secret shape-shifting lizard fascists. He was a television celebrity. After arthritis had ended a promising career in football, he'd become a broadcaster. But that all ended in one remarkable appearance on the Terry Wogan show.
David Icke used to say he was Jesus.
In a turquoise tracksuit, he'd announced that he was the son of God, and the world would be ending that year. It didn't, and Icke seemed destined to disappear beneath a typhoon of public laughter.
So it's quite funny, really. You know, 2,000 years ago, had a guy called Jesus sat here and said these same things, you would still be laughing. It's really, really funny that we've not really moved on that much.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. But Icke wouldn't disappear. He began to write. And over a series of increasingly successful books, he began to outline his philosophy. Humankind was not in charge of its destiny. It was the unwitting prisoner of a race of shape-shifting lizards who occupied the roles in the highest echelons of society. From presidents to royal families, all trusted public figures were secretly part of a reptilian, Satanist pedophile group who had been on this planet for centuries. People began to take notice of Icke, and today he spends most of his year preaching to amphitheaters full of fans. He's still making startling revelations, and recently he declared the moon to be a hollowed-out planetoid space station from which our minds are controlled. The lizard's very own Death Star. Don't mention the reptiles.
Don't mention the reptiles, yeah. Because there were people, when they started to come in, people who were kind of into my stuff, up to that point, which was kind of regular fight. Well, it was a bit strange. It was all the way the was manipulated by a few people, but it was all kind of regular stuff. And then I came across with this stuff, and it was
Get it out of the way.
Don't mention the reptiles. They'll just laugh at you again. I said, I know, but I've seen enough and heard enough to believe that it's real, and so I say it. I don't care about the consequences for me. Are you frightened? No. I'm not. I don't care, because the consequences for the world.
He passed away March 25th, 2020. Credo Motwa.
Of humans not intervening in this process that's going on now ever more quickly.
I really wanted y'all to hear him talk about it.
Our children and grandchildren, indeed ourselves, it's that close to a world that George Orwell so massively understated.
Can we have a look at where the work gets
Yes.
done? Where
Like
it all
everything-
happens?
This is where it all happens, and as you can see, it's really small.
It is really small.
Because
Okay,
you know,
let me
I
see.
look at my life.
Because I wanted y'all to hear Credo Motwa talking about it. He described and he talked with it. Let's see. Maybe this is it. Let me just play it real quick. Because he talks about the Star Wars characters and how that particular one is
The
actual.
mother mind within every one of you human beings. Our people believe that every human being, male or female, has got two minds. The mother mind and the warrior mind. The warrior mind looks at things logical. The warrior mind says 2 + 2 is 4. But the mother mind says nothing of that kind. The mother mind, I don't know how I can explain. The mother mind does not think in a line way as warriors do. The mother mind thinks sideways, and upwards and downwards. We must awaken the mother mind within us. We must feel what is going on in the world. We mustn't just listen to newspapers. We must ourselves feel. It is said by the Zulu people that women think with their pelvic area where children grow and are born. We must think that way. I must no longer look at a tree, but I must see a living entity like me in that thing. I must no longer look at a stone, but I must see the future lying dormant in that stone. What minerals are there? We must think like grandmother.
Anyway, he talks about it, and he has so many videos. I've watched hours on end of his videos with David Icke. And David Icke is, I think, Icke. It looks like Icke. Many people call his name David Icke, but it's David Icke. But he talks about it. He talks with him. He speaks to Credo Motwa. He talks to Arizona Wilder. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Why are you laughing, Elancita? Are you watching this back and watching it? Oh, I told you it was coming. Oh, that is a no-go. Okay. Yeah, they took a lot of his videos down because I can't find some of the ones that I've watched. Like, where are they? Now, you see all of David Icke's, but some of the ones with Credo Motwa. Let me see.
When the white man started destroying our religion, when he started demonizing our gods, when he started ridiculing what we believed in and actually using educated Africans to destroy that ancient African religion, in many parts of Africa, our ancient religion went underground. And there were, call them secret societies, all over South Africa and Central Africa and East Africa and West Africa, where this knowledge was stored and kept by aging guardians, many of whom did not know that in other parts of the land there were other guardians who were doing exactly as they were doing. Now, when I first
this one I'm about to play is 4 minutes and 29 seconds. It says, I have never seen this one. It says Credo Motwa speaking about God, the creator. But I was telling Maya one time, I was telling her that he said that those in his village who had taken the vaccine, they could not see the ships in the sky, but those who had not taken the vaccine could see them perfectly fine. Now, I can't even find that one. But this one says he talks about God, the creator. I have never seen it, so I'm going to listen to it with y'all.
The logic in creation. When one looks at a tree, for example, one can see the art, the artistry and the logic behind each leaf, each branch and each layer of bark upon the tree. A tree is a highly advanced sort of living machine. And that living machine could only have been created by something that was just as alive and just as wonderful. That is God, I think. When man discovered God, he discovered a shapeless, featureless, endless entity with which he could not cope. And so, in order to handle the mystery of God, man reduced that mystery to a shape that he could recognize and therefore understand. Man reduced God to a human-like family, a family of God the Father, known by my people, the Zulus, as Unkulunkulu, which means the greatest of the great ones. And God, the Great Mother, known by the Zulus as Numtubulwana, which means the plower of the many fields, the lady of many plowshares. And God the Son, known by the Zulus as Umvelingangi, which means the firstborn of the Almighty. This stone here is engraved with the 10 great laws of the Almighty. And this serpent symbolizes one of the most important pillars of the traditional Black religion, that is a belief in reincarnation.
That's one of the symbols I use on my fucking clothes. That's crazy.
Shall travel along the road of life, shall die only to resume the journey of life in another shape. This is the symbolism of the double spiral serpent. It's a symbolism of rebirth. Also, it is a symbolism of the secret road that, according to ancient tradition, was taken by people between this star system of ours, the solar system, and other solar systems, because we are told
it's actually
there was a secret
that's not funny. I don't think you're trying to be funny.
Which you could travel from this earth of ours to other planets. But when man became aggressive and sinful, the gods closed the path of the many returns, as it was called. We are shown another spiral, but this time this spiral represents not the secret pathway between the stars, but the hidden force which lies under the earth, which can be harnessed by a Sanusi for the healing of people.
Okay. Now watch this shit, bro. Watch this shit. This shit blows my mind. And every time I get on my Facebook, this girl titties is out. I just don't understand. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show you this real quick, just in case you ain't never seen it. This is some of my artwork. You just can't. You ain't never seen none of my artwork. Anyway, I want to show y'all. I use that symbol. I had no idea what the fuck it was, but I used to use that symbol on my motherfucking clothes as a representation of my name. No bullshit. Now I got the fact because you're not gonna fucking believe me. I got to find it so I can show it to you. You're not going to fucking believe me unless I show it to you. Because I used to use it as a cue, as a symbol for my motherfucking name, because my clothing line was called Cubella. And that was my cue. Oh, that is blowing my mind. That is my symbol. That is crazy as fuck. You know, I'm just gonna show y'all. Just give me a minute. I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. I remember when I used to make jewelry. Okay, hold on, almost there. Hold on. People be. I need to download some of those pictures too, for real, from them old things. I can't see it. Let me see. Yeah, damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like our whole night's been disrupted. In our discussions. Ooh, that was such a chubby fatty. That was such a fatty chubby. Y'all want to see one of my ex-boyfriends? It's one of my ex-boyfriends. He later on was one of my good friends' daddy, and I didn't know it. I was like, that's your daddy? Girl, I used to fuck with him. What you was doing, Ma? You didn't went to the car, Ma? Marjorie. He was like an old security guy. His name was JJ. JJ Chandler. He's still around. I seen him when I started working at Waffle House. His baby mama was working there. I was like, that's your baby daddy? God damn it, I just want to see the symbol. Because I don't think it's as coily as that. I don't think it's as coily as it, but yeah, I used that and it just fucked my head up. Let's see. Here we go. Wait a minute. How the fuck is that coming up? What the fuck? Can't see it good on there either. Let's see. My sketches are fire though. Let me just let y'all see some of my sketches. These are my designs. I know. I know, man. That was far. I want you to see the You can kind of see it here, but the bottom of the Q is not showing. And that's what I was trying to get you to see, the bottom of the Q. You can't see the bottom of the fucking Q. It's pissing me off. I'm just going to go to bed. Hey, but look at this top, though. That top, though?
You drew that?
Yes, girl. My clothes are fire. Girl, yes. These are my clothes, girl. These are my jackets. These are my blazers. Yes, girl. My love. I used to be so intricate. I moved to New York and everything. I was going to be the next big thing. I made that one for Lil' Kim with the one boob. I just knew Lil' Kim was going to wear that. Anyway, this is the Q, but you can't really see it because it's cut off. You can't see it. It goes around and then the bottom loops around. You see what I'm saying? It was my symbol, but you can't see it. It's cut off. Yeah, my designs are fine. Yep. It's one of my favorites too, right there, that green. Listen, I had so many motherfucking designs, bro. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see that Q. I have over 200. Well over 200. That's all I used to do. I still love it. Oh, maybe I can see it on here. I made this from Mariah Carey. I thought she would wear it one day. It's my butterfly. I thought Mariah Carey, I was going to design for Mariah. I made this one for Beyonce. And this is what Tina Knowles stole from me. I made this motherfucking dress, bro. And I held this up at a fashion show. Tina Knowles saw it. She did a triple take. I asked her to come talk to me. She said she didn't have time. And I said, don't worry. I'll be over there one day. I wasn't, but it's okay. I made this for Beyonce, hoping she would wear it. Those are feathers at the bottom. And she designed a dress similar to this. No lie. It's all right. Many of my sketches have been stolen. I'm trying to see my goddamn Q. Oh, maybe I can see it on this one. See, I was practicing my cues. Can you tell? It go around. That's a fire ass dress too. But my cues, damn it. It's called Cubella. You think so, Maya? It's one of my little baby doll dresses. You think so, Maya? I started doing these before Beyonce was doing these. Those are boots with a leotard and a little hoodie shirt and shit. Like, I was doing some fire shit, man. I don't know. Anyway, I put the hair on them and shit. They all had badass bodies. I designed purses, shoes. Yeah, that was the real deal. See, I was doing the leotards before Beyonce was doing the leotards. Yep. Yep. Oh, yep. It's okay. I'll show y'all one more. These is old. I love hoodies. You know? Oh, God. Anything that was ombre, I would try to kill it. You can see I was practicing my cue then. I had stores looking at me. I had stores that wanted me. And I had color coordinated the stores. She was like, come in. I want to talk to you. I want to see a portfolio. I took the weekend and talked myself out of it, and I never fucking went. And then I tried to call her back, and she was no longer, and she didn't want to talk to me. I had blew it. I blew it. Yes. You can kind of see my Q right there. Anyway. See if you can see the Q better. It ain't as coily, but that was like my fucking symbol, bro. This is what my rich bitch. I call it my rich bitch. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, my whole Bible study was disrupted, and I'm so vexed about it. And I know, because they came for Bible study, man. I tried to get on one of them shows. I really did. Fashion Star. Child, this is when we left Tulsa, driving to Atlanta. I went to move to Atlanta. I didn't move there. I didn't stay there long. Look at this. Me and Toddy Chad. Look at that. Oh my God. I was fucking with a nigga named Shark then. Shark with the big dick. And so I used to carry this on my dashboard because I was fucking with Shark. Shark with the big dick. He messed up my whole mood. Yeah, she did. That's all right. I just wanted y'all to see my cue, and it didn't quite coil, but y'all got my point. I was using it as my goddamn symbol, and that fucked me up when I seen it just now. Let me see. Okay. So going back to the learning and the teaching. And the learning and the learning. Maybe we should do a Zoom looking at some of this stuff, because a lot of their videos are like 2 hours long, and Credo Multiple talks so slow. But how about we look at some Arizona Wilder real quick, because I be telling people about her. They killed the shit out of Arizona Wilder. If y'all don't know. You said, I think I found the feather dress picture. It had purple feathers at the bottom. Like, dang, that's messed up. You see it? You got my phone number? Send it to me. Because I am not kidding. She seen it. She did a triple take. Toddy was like 7, maybe. Yep. Let me give you my phone number so you can send it to me if you found it. I had a Jamaican in New York steal my designs. And she stole that motherfucker. She looked right over at it. I didn't know you shouldn't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. What in the demon? Wait, the little boy is a whole demon, y'all.
Facebook is taking action to keep its platform safe. Over 40,000 people are working on safety and security. That's more than the size of the FBI.
I mean, she steal everything, so it wouldn't surprise me. I was holding up my sketch like this.
It wasn't what the kid did. It was
I had pictures on my other motherfucking email before they locked me out.
I don't know right now.
Did you notice the dad's lips moving? Sort of like a bad ventriloquist?
The boy is 5-year-old Hudson Hinckley.
You look like a
in a
demon.
cute political commercial for his dad, a Republican from Rhode Island, running for the U.S. Senate.
This is the national debt when I was born, and this is the national debt when it is now. Yuck!
But when they were interviewed by Cavuto,
But Hudson,
Look at her, look like a whole demon.
debt?
You worried about getting back the money?
No.
but what do you
No,
expect?
not
The
at
kid's
all.
5. The creepy part, the part that made Mediaites writer want to go wash my eyes out, was watching the dad when Hudson was asked what he wants to be when he grows up.
I want to be in the war and save the country.
When we showed the clip, everyone had a theory.
He's already told him what to say.
It looks like they're both reading from the same script or teleprompter.
I want to be a good senator.
Really? It reminds me of like a stage mom. They rehearse it and then they see their kids on stage and they're like, say exactly what I told you to say.
Why were you mouthing the words that he said?
Well, not sure. Obviously we were both a bit nervous because it was the first time we did national TV. That's all. There was no conspiracy theory. There were no cue cards.
A psychologist told
Look at it,
CNN
guys.
this
He's like
type
a
of
demon.
repetition can happen when someone is
That's a
anxious
demon.
about how
Look
a
at
child
him.
or a spouse is being perceived. Some suggested it might be a verbal tic.
What the fuck kind of child is it?
Of echoing.
God, no. I've done hundreds.
Like, look at him. Like a little demon. What the fuck is that? Ooh, child. Trying to find Arizona Wild. The child ain't been wiped her to clean the fuck out of this existence. I didn't put her name up. She ain't popped up no fucking where. They didn't wipe these videos off. Are you kidding me? Here she is. Here's one of them. She had many of them.
It's quite horrific. But if we don't know about it, what can we do to stop it and to change it? I spoke to Arizona Wilder in Los Angeles, and this is what she had to say.
Arizona, can we start at the beginning and can you tell us the story of what's happened in your life from the very start?
Okay, what I can tell you is that
They tried to wipe this lady
before
out
I
of
started
existence,
looking
bro.
into my life, back in 1989, I was starting to have flashes of things, and my life was not what it seemed to be, which is why I started looking into it. The Aryans, and the purity of the blood, and what it's all about is that the blood and the menstrual blood contains something
Just listen,
that is
y'all.
important for the propagation of this race that is controlling things on this planet. They're called the Illuminati, and the Illuminati are actually run by these 13 bloodlines, which are all of the royal families in Europe and in England, and they need the blood because they are, in fact, not human. They take human shape. They are reptilians.
She is still talking, but it is not having no sound. Look. They done took the sound out. What the fuck? It is not playing. It's playing, but it is not. I took it all the way back. Now it just has no fucking sound. Her name is Arizona Wilder. Wait a fucking minute, bro. What in the fuck is happening? Naya, knock it off. Oh my God. What the fuck? My phone is not playing no sound of anything. Let me turn my phone off and on. Like, it's not playing the sound of nothing now. I just want to irk my song. Let's let it pull back up, shall we? It's a full can. Okay, now let's see. Cause bitch, the fuck not. Where the fuck did it go? I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm going too fast. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on. I know you fucking lying. Maybe I ain't went down far enough again. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. They had it way, way, way at the bottom. They're trying to hide it from me.
It's quite horrific, but if we don't know about it, what can we do to stop it and to change it? I spoke to Arizona Wilder in Los Angeles, and this is what she had to say. Arizona, can we start at the beginning and can you tell us the story of what's happened in your life from the very start?
Okay, what I can tell you is that before I started looking into my life, back in 1989, I was starting to have flashes of things, and my life was not what it seemed to be, which is why I started looking into it. The Aryans, and the purity of the blood, and what it's all about is that the blood and the menstrual blood contains something that is important for the propagation of this race that is controlling things on this planet. They're called the Illuminati. And the Illuminati are actually run by these 13 bloodlines, which are all of the royal families in Europe and in England. And they need the blood because they are, in fact, not human. They take human shape. They are reptilians. And they need the blood. The blood helps them maintain their reptilian shape, and it helps them maintain their sanity, and it helps them to live in this world because they are not from this world. But what they need is, for it to be secreted in the blood, is they need terrorization of their victims before they are killed for their blood. And they have to terrorize them to get this to come out in the blood and be secreted in the blood. They are killed at that moment as they are staring into their eyes. And not only do they can't hold their shape when this happens. The human shape they cannot hold. They go back into reptilian shape as this is happening, because it's like an animalistic type of excitement. Oftentimes they will just rip into the victim and eviscerate them and start eating the flesh of this person too. And the fat from the intestinal area is highly valued, as they use it on their skin. And they drink the blood, and the blood is highly sought after, and it goes according also to rank within these creatures.
Why it's increased since the ages?
So there are changes going on in the earth. It seems they're not able to hold their shape like they once were able to, and people see them shapeshift more and more, and they need the blood to try and maintain it, to try and maintain their human form. I believe there's a time coming that because of what I've been told, when they are not going to bother having to hold that human shape as they had to before, and they want that time to come. It's been about 4,000 years ago. The Aryan or the reptilians arrived here and again began to take over. And they instilled themselves in different places underground in the earth, and also this one part of them, the ruling part, took over and became involved in the politics and in the religion, and started controlling through these means at that point in time. Reptilian, they come from another dimension. They actually they materialize from out of another dimension and are present at rituals, and they are so powerful, and their presence is there's such an evilness about them, and they want out of this other dimension. Old ones are called out, and they are what Christianity would have called the demons.
Is this symbolism of the abyss anything to do with the fact that these reptilian demons of another dimension are somehow locked in a time-space prison, and they can't get out? They can only get out when they're brought out in that way.
Yes, they want out of that dimension. They have been thrown into that dimension and they can't leave that dimension. And that's actually what the abyss is about, is being in a different dimension. It's like something to do with the fourth dimension.
So take us through one of these rituals that you conducted at the highest level of this global brotherhood. What would happen?
And then they have these children that they're kidnapping and bringing in from other countries, and no one misses them because these are third world countries. And the children they have the most energy, the purest energy, they're the highest form of sacrifice. They are used as actual blood sacrifices during these rituals because of, again, reptilians needing their blood. The blood will be gathered in a goblet and it will be dispersed among the reptilians.
Are these rituals rare? I mean, how many are there that, say, go on a year? I mean,
there is
hundreds of thousands.
There are things happening every month of the year.
What happens on the night of Halloween?
That night is about the worship and homage to Satan, the great deceiver Satan, on that night, on Halloween, at this church.
You've conducted them in Europe and the United States. Can we start with the United States?
Yes, I have seen at rituals, I have seen George Bush. I have seen Madeleine Albright. I have seen Henry Kissinger. I have seen Ronald Reagan. And I have also, by the way, seen his wife, Nancy Reagan. I have seen Hillary Clinton before I knew she was Hillary Clinton at the time at these rituals. She is involved. The other people that I have named as I've seen shapeshift into reptilians. J. Rockefeller, and he shapeshifts. These people seem to all be connected to the Illuminati. Gerald Ford, I have seen shapeshift. Dr. Joseph Mengele, who took me around to these rituals a lot of the time, was also a shapeshifter. There are people in the European countries that I've seen shapeshift and be involved. The Queen there, I've seen Princess Margaret there, I've seen Charles there, and they shapeshift. I have seen Tony Blair there, and he shapeshifts. They all have their quirks as to how they act, even in their reptilian form. Someone who's been talking about around this subject, and it seems to be popular right now.
Who's that?
This man by the last name of Sitchin. I've sitchin. Seen at rituals, and he is a shapeshifter.
What do you remember about Zachariah Sitchin?
Zachariah Sitchin was someone in the rituals who are in attending the rituals who was not a major player in as far as the rituals went, but was someone that others present did not make remarks at or were very careful as to what they said around him. And he was talking about, he would be talking about doing away with people, persons that were in his way or were putting out information that he didn't feel that he wanted put out. He is very much a disinformer, and that is his job, to disinform. about what is going on with the Illuminati and with the reptilians.
He actually warned me off from investigating the reptilians, interestingly.
There are eggs. It's like a nest of eggs kept down in that part where it's warm. It's very warm down there into this entrance. And these eggs are kept down there incubating. And they are the reptiles' eggs.
What have you seen the royal family do, the Queen Mother, and the other people you've seen in the rituals? What have you seen them do?
I've seen all of them drink human blood and consume human flesh, and they have their own goblets in which they have blood, and these goblets are encrusted with jewels. And they also have their own daggers, and that the dagger goes into the goblet. Wear these robes, but they don't wear anything underneath the robes, because what is going to happen, what the rituals are all about, they're going to shapeshift, and they can't have anything on under the robes. And there are orgy kind of things that go on at the rituals also. And
involving the royal family of Britain.
Yes, involving the royal family of Britain, and the sacrifice and the eating of, consuming the sacrifice, and they are involved in that.
You've seen them do that?
Yes, I have seen them do that.
People in Britain, listening to what you're saying, would obviously be staggered, I guess, anywhere in the world. But what would stagger them mostly is in Britain, the Queen Mother has an image of being the nation's grandmother, the nice old lady, and good old Queen Mum, what a lovely lady. What's your experience of the Queen Mother?
She is very cold in reality, and she is very cruel. She obviously, from what I see, enjoys consuming human flesh. It's sickening.
Do they go into a different state in terms of age and strength and all these other attributes when they actually shapeshift?
Yes, the human body that they choose to occupy or take when it was young, it ages. But when they take the reptilian form, these reptilians live hundreds of years. And so they have to have taken more than one human body to live in. A lot of them are much, much older, and I'm including the Queen Mother in this, older than people think that she is. She's been in more than one body, human form. And when the time comes, if it is time for her to go on, it has been chosen that it's known that she still has life or years to go. Again, she will be put into the body, the essence of her, and the reptilian form will go, or the essence of her will go into another body that is also has the ability to shapeshift into reptilian form.
One of the pure reptilian human bloodlines.
Yes.
What happens when, take the Queen Mother as an example, what happens when they shapeshift? I mean, what do you see?
You start to see changes happen, and they're happening so fast that it's almost it's the closest thing that I've seen to it is what they're now doing with computer technology. It's just a literal transformation that happens very quickly, and they get taller and they get bigger, and they don't look at all as reptilians like they do as humans. And thus the wearing of the robes, because if they were in clothes, the clothes would be torn apart.
So let's take the Queen Mother on this subject as an example. We recognize her as a frail old lady. does she look like when she shapeshifts at these rituals?
She has, she looks like the nose portion gets very much longer and it grows into kind of a snout kind of thing. She has fangs, and incisors as teeth, and there's a tongue. They all seem to have this kind of tongue when they're in at this level. The tongue has a lot of long, hairy or pointed projections coming out of it. It's very long. And they have these, they don't have hands or feet. They have these claws. And they have scales and also scales that seem to kind of disappear into one another. But it's more pronounced on the back. There seem to be lumps or protrusions coming from the head. There seem to be some kind of growth appendages at where, on the back, and they seem folded, and not all of them have that. And there is a tail, and they a lot of times will keep the tail curled, and when I've seen her when she's very displeased with something, as I've seen other members like this, this tail is whipped around, very agitated, and they do, and she hisses.
What color are they?
Which one in particular?
Take the Queen Mother as an example.
She's kind of a beige color on the underside, and by the time you're going up around to the back and the tail and the top of the head and on top of the nose, snout, whatever, it's coming to a very they're dark speckles or large speckles of dark browns, and the eyes usually they're large. They look like they're very round, and they look like they're coming out of their sockets, and very protruding. And usually the color ranges from a beige to a gold to a dark greenish gold. And then there's this dark slit up and down, a vertical slit. And and the eyes will look hooded. And when they look hooded, it's a very frightening thing, because it seems that when the eyes are hooded, they're about to do something.
What do you mean by hooded?
The lids come down, and it's almost, I guess it would be the same thing in a human as an expression of someone's got an idea.
And how tall are they when they shapeshift?
They're just about 7 feet tall. Some are a little shorter, or to a foot shorter. Some are a little bit taller than 7 feet.
What is it about the rituals that allow the shapeshifting to happen?
When the victims are starting to be sacrificed, it's the scent of the blood, and they start shape-shifting at that point in time. And
who is Linda Anderson?
They can hardly wait to get to the blood. It's like they're addicted to the blood, and then the consumption of human flesh that follows.
What have you seen the Queen or any of the royal family do in relation to that? Have you seen them sacrifice and consume human flesh?
there are certain times when they will actually do a sacrifice, or there will have been someone doing a sacrifice and it's not happening fast enough for them. So they will step in and finish it themselves, because the sacrifice the ritual has to be gone through. It's sacrificially, ritualistically, it has to have been gone through. And they will step right in and just start tearing this.
That's the point. She didn't. They killed her.
And they're getting.
And they even took a lot of her videos down. She spoke out. She was raised inside of the Illuminati.
When there are many.
She was a psychic for them.
And they just can't wait.
She was tortured when she was a child, and she escaped, but they kept her children and her husband. She was the only one able to leave. And then after she kept speaking, they killed her.
Who have you seen do that?
I've seen the Queen Mother do that, and Prince Philip and Charles.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of seeing your name say stupid shit.
I've seen Guy de Rothschild do this. It seems that I've seen it more among royalty, or so-called royalty, do this than people that are not titled. They don't seem to. They seem like it feels like they don't dare, but they shapeshift nonetheless. But it's like the royals that step in and just start tearing away, because they can hardly wait.
How long can they hold the reptilian form in these occasions?
During the rituals, it's much easier for them to hold the reptilian form. They can stay in that form. What it is that they have a hard time holding their human form. And as long as they're around blood and the scent of blood, they can't hold human form.
Was there any way, when Diana was married to Charles, without attending a blood ritual, that she could have seen him or one of the others
Sprite. Don't judge me.
become a reptile?
They have a tendency when they're asleep to shapeshift and not. They have to consciously hold their form, and when they're asleep, they have a tendency to not hold human form and to shapeshift into reptilian. That scent of blood would tend to cause a momentary shapeshift.
So I'm gonna go to DuckDuckGo, because somebody said that her videos was on there, because I can't find none of the fuck of them. Oh yeah, here they go. These is the ones. Okay, let's start. This is her news conference. She did a news conference.
The Illuminati, as the popular term for them today is, a group which has been around for thousands of years on this planet. They came from off of this planet and interbred with humans. They are reptilian. They have their chosen bloodlines, and they continue to try and keep their genetics pure and interbreed with these chosen bloodlines. These beings are part human and they are part reptilian. And they continue to run the planet. They are our world leaders, and nobody.
You not passport enough to do that?
Who is a
they told you don't even fuck with Bill Gates unless it's a whole bunch of us fucking with him.
Running the countries, unless they
we would have to. we can't even get together to watch a video correctly. And try to come up against the entities, the others.
In my particular case, I was a slave. And to them, most of humanity, or all of humanity, they consider inferior. They consider humanity a resource to be used for their purpose.
Then who say Linda Anderson? What do you need, Olivia?
A very important time right now when they are working with some new energies on this planet that they don't work well with. So a lot is coming out into the open, and that is higher law, that it must come out into the open. And they are under higher law also.
Mm-hmm.
I was chosen for what I did and for my involvement because my family was bloodline. My mother's family, all I knew growing up was that they were Irish for generations, not even any brown-eyed people among them. My mother, her sister, went back to Ireland and researched the bloodline, the family genetics, in the early 70s. And I was told that the original family on the father's side actually came from the south of France. Now, anyone that has done any reading from some well-known authors at this point now,
I don't know, because like how they've taken her videos down, any information, they were threatening to kill her daughter if she did not return. They ended up killing Arizona. So I don't know.
On the other side, in her family, it has been told to me that her mother's father was a ritual statistician with the Quaker Coronati Lodge, and he was one of the founding members. That lodge is very involved at a very high level. On my father's side, I have been told that his father, and I have seen the papers, that he's illegitimate. I have also been told by a number of persons approaching me that he is an illegitimate Rothschild. Now, I was always told that that bloodline was impure. The Rothschilds are not looked upon within the Illuminati as a pure, high bloodline. They have a lot of arguments among themselves as to the purity of their bloodlines. And there is a group within, or there are more than one group within the Illuminati that consider themselves the purest of bloodlines and that they rule by right. They feel that they rule by right and not to be elected by the Pope or okayed by any type of Christianity to rule. So they have many disagreements, discords, and arguments among themselves. And that is a weak point with them, that they cannot agree.
Where you
that
at
they
that,
have
Charmin?
big egos. And that is where they will eventually catch.
Really? They just gonna cut my sound again like that?
Out and shown when I was a very young child, about age 3. When I was 3 years old, I was causing objects to move without touching them. This is an ability that they look for. It's not important that you can move
Y'all listen?
objects. That's not the important part. That shows
Look at you,
that
Huda.
you have the psychic ability, which is what they look for. Because reptilian bloodlines, in a way, they are very psychic. They can read any of you and know what you're going to do before you do it. And they're not to be underestimated that way. But they cannot enter in to any dimension higher than a fourth dimension. They do not have the genetics to do it. They were hoping, interbreeding with humans, that they would have the ability. They do not have it. They continue to utilize human beings.
This interview is probably like 15 years old.
Purpose that they utilized me for
13 years ago, about 15
to
years.
enter into higher dimensions, my ability to bring down those that are still in this so-called fourth dimension into this physical realm. Some of the things that I can remember about the psychic ability that I had, my mother was constantly...
You said it ain't that old? It's almost as old as some of the people watching here. We have 18-year-olds just watching. I mean, she was 3.
Which she blamed on me.
You said it because what?
There were lighted spears in the house. There were
So nobody's
things
listening
moving in the house. And she talked about troubled children that have poltergeist activity around them.
Ain't nobody listening, so I should just turn it off and go to bed.
In my multiplistic state, because I had multiple personality disorder, and the part of me that was out didn't have a clue. I didn't know why she was telling me this. And she was also very psychic. This is another point that I would like to make because it came down from her side of the family. She was a very psychic woman. And she was utilized, the way that she was utilized, I do not know because it was kept away from me. I was very apart, very separated from my mother, and they wanted it that way. I have seen others that were also very psychic, and this is something that they are the ones that are the forefront, the pushing source for a search for psychic people. I can remember telling people things that I knew that there was death around people. I would tell them, I see this. I see that you're going to come close to death. You're going to get an accident, and this would happen. This happened with an art teacher that I had. I was taking oil painting lessons, and I told her that. I can actually remember I was in nursing school, going in and laying hands on somebody, and they were actually, the next day, left the hospital. They had been very ill. And I was... always very aware that it wasn't me, myself, doing it. It was a channeled source. I was raised the oldest of 4 girls. I was raised in the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church does not believe in any of this, or they are not acknowledging any of this. It reinforced my programming, because it is a very ritualistic religion. And it was very every time I went there to church and listened to the sermon, any of these thoughts that I was thinking, I pushed to the back of my mind, and I didn't think about them. So it was very reinforcing. When I was 5 years old, I was taken to Russia, and I was involved in a program with other children who had the same abilities.
Now, when I say to y'all, I forgot this shit. I forgot some of this shit, right? It's even deeper than that. Like, anybody ever seen the movie Red Sparrow? Red Sparrow is where they took the little girl and put her in the program in Russia with the other children. It's called Red Sparrow.
Russians were much more advanced in this area. They were very interested in psychic research, paranormal research. And what happened to me there,
look it up, Thelma,
was that I was being involved in developing these abilities.
Yeah, they were training them.
They did an ice water immersion with me more than one time. It was many times. I was being immersed in ice water so that my heart would stop beating. And my essence would leave my body. I was told
her essence
that when this happened,
she ain't say so.
I was to go to a particular room where there was an officer in a uniform sitting in the room. He was sitting at a table. On the table was a piece of paper and a pencil. All I was to do was to make a mark on the paper. That was what I was to do. And this proved to them that I did this. And it was observed. And it was recorded. I was not able to do this the first few times. It was repeated until I was able to do it. It went on from there. What this program was called was Operation North Star. I did not understand. It took me years to understand why would it be called that. Naval intelligence here was involved with it. The reason that it is called Operation North Star is because when a psychic leaves their body, they are taught to go out into the other dimensions through the North Star. The trigger for me was that these phone calls continued, and there were things besides phone calls, but as I was trying to go through recovery, the phone calls continued, and some of these phone calls were sonar sounds on a phone that you would hear from a submarine. My association that I was given was of picturing a submarine going into the Arctic Ocean, into ice water. And when that sub was immersed in the water, then I would start to experience this Kundalini energy going all the way up my spine to the chakras. And when it got all the way up to my head, then I would leave my body and traverse dimensions, whatever it was they wanted me to do. And what I know from my work of recovery is that I realized in that state what was going on. And my goal was to try and get away from them before they could latch to me in that state and control me. And that is what I tried to do. For many years, this went on, and I also ended up visiting the parapsychology unit at UCLA. That unit was associated with this. Charlie West was the medical director of that unit, and Thelma Moss was the psychologist or parapsychologist associated with that unit. They were looking for people that had these abilities. All of these intelligence groups there are people in the intelligence groups that are not associated with any of this. However, there are many in the intelligence groups that are associated with this kind of activity. And they are working in conjunction with the Illuminati to achieve goals of total control. Psychics are considered very dangerous to New World Order because psychics need to be controlled. They are harder to control. Psychics employ scalar energy or scalar wave technology. That is what is the mode of transport of information and knowledge. And it is hard, next to impossible to control. So it is monitored. Soon after I started recovery, I was in a conversation with a woman by the name of Julianne McKinney. And Julianne McKinney, to my understanding, was ex-Army intelligence and CIA. She had a contact in the NSA call her after a conversation to warn me that I was being monitored by the NSA. And I was being psychically monitored. This was the term used. My understanding is that the NSA have computers that do psychic monitoring. And they monitor brain waves, they monitor you psychically, and we've had this technology for a while. I was told, don't have memories, don't write anything down on paper. Wait about a month before you do
No,
any
I've never
of that,
seen
try
that.
to think of other things because you are being monitored.
Arizona Wilder.
That was very difficult for me to do because I was in recovery. When I was a child, in order to make me into an obedient slave, I had to be trained. And the training actually starts when you're a baby. Well, they're still testing you. They're testing you in utero. They're testing you when you're a baby. They're testing your response to noxious stimuli. So they will hurt the mother to hurt the baby. They also they utilize astrology. And there is just no other way to say it. They utilize astrology in order to ensure that they bring about somebody who has the particular characteristics that they are looking for. It doesn't mean that you will do this or that at a certain age. It means that you are more likely to be steered in this direction or that, and this is more likely to be your reaction. My birth was engineered to happen so that I was born, whether you want to call it Aquarius or Pisces. It was engineered to happen in February, and it was right on the cusp. It was about February.
What the fuck? Now y'all know I was on DuckDuckGo. I'm on DuckDuckGo. That's DuckDuckGo. I'm looking for the part 3. This is crazy. Where the fuck is part 3 here? Well, this is blowing me. This is blowing me. What the fuck? Part 1, part 2. No, part 3. Part 10. Part 9. Let me see. Maybe I could skip it to where it was at.
The basic training that goes on with children is to remove a sense of safety and security.
I heard you slipping and sliding.
So children go through things like having a close family member, such as a father and or mother and or brothers or sisters, older ones, cousins, aunts, uncles, family friends, molest them, perpetrate upon them in the most horrendous ways. There is nothing more awful that you can do to a little child than to sexually molest and perpetrate on their person. Because here is an adult that is supposed to love you, take care of you. And what are they doing to you?
This is Arizona Wilder. Y'all keep asking the same questions, yo, over and over again.
Other orifices, telling you not to tell, pinching you, biting you, hurting you, doing things that don't leave marks on you. This is an adult that's supposed to love you. So the little child thinks, this must be love. But it hurts. I don't understand. It's like having explosion go off in your mind.
Give it to him, Maya.
So you never know. You never know when
Give
you
it to him, Maya.
who is going to hurt you because you know it hurts. And you grow up really being programmed into thinking this is how it is. You don't know anything else. And the abuse is so terrible. Just at that level, in your everyday life, that you've got to dissociate it, push it away, forget. The ones that can't do that Those children are the ones that, if they make it to adulthood, they end up being diagnosed schizophrenic, psychotic. They end up in jail, committing crimes.
Gratitude, buddy.
I guarantee you that every sexual molester in jail has been molested horrifically. That does not excuse their behavior because we all make a choice. But this is how it goes on. It goes on from generation to generation, and it has increased greatly. A child's basic needs, besides safety, is shelter, food, water, clothing, elimination. Little children who are told, no, you can't have any water.
The curtain thing covering.
No, you better not.
When it blows out, it ain't really blowing in here. It's blowing
because
up
if
in
you
the
do, you're
curtain.
going to drink it.
Because it was cold.
And then guess what? It happens.
No, bathroom is hot too, but it may be warm in here because I got that covered.
You're going to eat it.
No. I was just saying, in case you want to move the curtain so it'll blow in instead of blowing up in the curtain.
Basic training.
Yeah, just push it back off the thing. You see, like if you sit up, you can see how I got it pushed over the thing.
You're understimulated.
And then they make it more cooler.
Sensory deprived, left in a room with blankets tied around you so you can't move. You don't know what time of day it is because maybe you're blindfolded. You're left that way. And then you're overstimulated. And everyone acts like nothing is happening. This isn't even happening because the adults around you don't talk about it. They never say a word. Life goes on around you, and it's ignored, and you're ignored. You feel crazy. You feel like this cannot be happening. It must not be real. I'm not real versus none of this is real. Maybe both. This is crazy making, and this causes a child who has the ability to go inside themselves, to dissociate and start creating their own little world. The seed is planted because they need you to have an inside world. Because you're going to spend a lot of time in the inside world. That they're going to take that seed and they're going to create all of these inside scenarios. This is how you create multiple personalities. This is a very early training. This sets the scene. This lets you know that anything can happen anytime. About the age of 5, they start training you for what they want you to be doing. They have realized your tendencies, they've studied your reactions, and they will start training you for what role it is you're going to have. About that time, there's a little marriage ceremony for a child. The child is married into the particular group, organized perpetrator group, you can call it that, you can call it cult. The child is married into it. And they are given a ring. Today, on my little finger, on this hand, I have that little ring. It is a child's ring. I don't know anyone else that has saved it. There are others that have run across it. When they were older, it was passed to them again to remind them, and they have thrown it out. I chose to save it because I want to talk about it. And I want people to know these things are real. This ring has blood stains on it. It has a bar sinister on a crest on the side. And that is indicative of bloodline. There are others that have this ring out there. They start involving you in rituals. They start watching you. They watch your reaction. They push you to be as involved as they can get you to be in the ritual. They will hold your hand on a knife when they do sacrifice. This is so horrific for a child that they really have a hard time remembering. This is some deeper layer that goes inside of a child. I was involved in all of these things. I am not the only one. There are others. All children are brought up like this. It makes you part of the group. And they tell you, you're one of us. You're just like us. Everything that's done at a ritual, child is involved in. It is very hard to be at a ritual and see other people being hurt. It's hard enough when you are, but you can zero in on yourself and go away. But when you are helpless, watching others be tortured and seeing what they do there, it's very painful. And
no, she didn't show the ring.
I don't even, at this point, I still could not fully describe to you how it feels. It's horrific. In these rituals, the number of participants is very important. Whether they are using male or female energy is important. There are some groups that only employ male energy. There are others that only employ female energy. And there are others that do both, and maybe one or the other for specific occasion. There are children who are bred and born only to be sacrificed at some point in their lives. That is their purpose.
Oh, shit.
There are so many children whose births are not recorded. I worked with a nurse midwife, and we did home births. She wasn't part of any of this, but if she was upset with somebody, she didn't record the birth. And the parents had problems by the time that child had to go to school. It was a practically impossible situation. All of these loosely knit cults, which are really, down at the bottom under the Illuminati, have homes where these children stay and are schooled in a private system. These children are used in snuff films, porn films, ritual sacrifice. They are like slaves, and they disappear. Some of them go underground. I mean, literally to underground cities, never to come back up.
Underground cities.
Some are food. They're a food source. They're an energy source. They're That's all they are. I went through all of this training when I was, till I was about 12 years old. Then I started being groomed again to be a mother goddess. There are only 3 alive on the planet at a time. A mother goddess is someone who is maiden, mother, and crone. The maiden embodies purity. The mother embodies the strength. And the crone embodies the wisdom and the knowledge. There are others that have other roles to play. But this specifically was my role. My role at a ritual was to bring down what they call the ancient ones, the old ones from the 4th dimension, to be a literal channel through which this being, this carnate entity, would come. And they would beg to stay here. They did not like where they were. They wanted to be in this physical realm. Some of them were brought down, or I should say many were brought down and anchored here. And they have to be anchored here with blood sacrifice. So at these rituals, there were, of course, sacrifice in which someone was killed or persons were killed. They have to be, so I've read from those that have an argument with what I say, that any blood sacrifice is a willing participant. Well, yes, that's true. Those that are willing don't know they're going to be sacrificed. They are raised and told what they're doing is an honor. They are being honored. In order to have the adrenochrome come out in the blood, which is what the reptilians need, those that take human form, and they need the adrenochrome to keep it, to extend their abilities, to for a little while have some more psychic ability. They need the adrenochrome. The only way that the adrenochrome can come into the blood the way that they need it is for someone to be tortured and traumatized in a long, drawn-out way. And that is what they need. When that happens, there's approximately 10 cc's of adrenochrome that will be coming out into the bloodstream. And that is what the person that this happens to, they're not told beforehand that they are going to die. This is why they're willing. They also utilize menstrual blood. My name within this system, one of my names was Starfire, which is pure female essence. I'm not the only one they utilize it from, but that just happens to have been my name because of my role. The menstrual blood that they utilize,
a lot of them have red hair,
is they drink it a lot. It helps them retain some youth because the human genetics age faster and the reptilian genetics. And they're trying to balance it out. I believe also that they are trying to balance their own minds out. When I brought down the old ones, they were put in a little circle. That's where I directed them. And this circle was marked off with the points of north, south, east, and west. If you were going to do something like this, you would be bringing them down from a certain area. It might be from the north. That's going to bring down a certain type of energy, or the west, or the south. These are the cardinal points. These are what you bring down. There are specific tones that create vibrations that these entities respond to. And there are certain words that have to be said. And this is what they respond to. And they are so ferocious. Their presence is overwhelming. And they would love nothing more than to get loose here. And that was my role, to keep that from happening. That these energies would be loosed upon the group that was there. They were afraid of them, and these things had to be controlled. And that is what I did. That was my role. And I sent them back again. Sometimes an entity would be brought down to go into someone's body, because there really is a possession going on. And you can call it possession of a demon, you can call it possession of a discarnate entity, possession by a reptilian. That does happen. And the person that hosts it will cease to exist. That essence will be dissolved at some point. My role as a mother goddess was to be present at certain births. At a birth, it was either a sacrifice or it was a blessing. A mother goddess